Welcome to almost the weekend, and that means Hong Kong racing, and it's Sha Tin again. It's been exclusively Sha Tin lately. It will be with another 10 races coming up on Sunday. Welcome to Racing to Win. We're going to have a look at the meeting coming up this weekend with Paul Lully and Nick Child. And Nick, there is a very good quality race number 7.
Yeah, there certainly is. Yeah, cracking race. That 80 to 105 rated race over the 1200 metres. Not the biggest field of the day, but a very select one indeed, and some very smart horses will be lining up, Mark.
We will preview that race on the show very, very soon. There were plenty of jackpots, Paul, on Lucky Start race day. Do they carry on to the weekend?
Yeah, there is. There's a couple there. 3.8 million going to the triple trio, so that should get over the 8 million mark. And also 2 million going into the first 4 quartet merge pool in race number 10. Always a really good betting race, number 10. No exception this weekend as well.
We're on the countdown too for Zach Purton to try and break the record of Douglas White. We'll talk more about that later in the show and have a look at some stats and see who sits where as we focus on the top 2. But it's time now to have a look at the meeting details for this Sunday, and we have 8 on the C+3 and 2 on the all-weather for meeting number 35. 1 o'clock start time, the 2 races in focus. Race 7, Class 2 over the 1200, and race number 10, Class 3 over the 1400 metres. Race number 7, co-partner Prance comes back from Group 2 racing. He is a 1200 metre specialist with 6 wins over the distance at the Valley, 1 at Sha Tin. Flying Ace, he comes out of Group 1 racing behind Kaying Rising. Raging Blizzard last start winner goes up £6 for it. Wunderbar gets a better draw. Sonpak Fu's best form is at Happy Valley. Gorgeous Winners raced wide his last 4 starts, and he's drawn the rail this week. Full Credit won last weekend, 7-day backup for him. We've got James Tack jumping from the 1000 to the 1200, and Swift Descend, who's won 3 from his last 4, Paul, makes his way into Class 2 for the first time, but it's a completely different speed map for Wunderbar.
Yeah, straight to the front. He can control it in front, no question whatsoever. Full Credit from his wide draw, maybe can get across and sort of sit outside, but Wunderbar's got that high cruising speed. Co-partner Prance, James Tack, Swift Descend will get his opportunity. Gorgeous Wins got a lot better draw. And Raging Blizzard came from well back to win last time. Flying Ace, I think, will go back.
But we start with Nick now, talking to the rider of Swift Descend. It is Andrea Atzeni.
Andrea Atzeni, we've got some nice races coming up on Sunday, and well, race 7 looks at a really competitive race, and you've picked up a really nice ride in Swift Descend. But he's a horse that you do know, having ridden him previously, of course.
Yeah, I had quite a lot to do with him before he ran this season, and obviously, unfortunately, I missed him a couple of times, but I managed to get back on him, Happy Valley, and I was very lucky that day. The horse, he definitely should have won. So, on hindsight, he probably should have been unbeaten this season.
Indeed, no, he's done a really good. I mean, David's taken him from 59 up to 84 rated. I mean, he sort of flagged him up early on in the season, David, as a horse to potentially follow, and he certainly justified that.
Oh, he's done very well with him. Obviously, he showed a good form at the Valley, and it seems like since he came here to Sha Tin, he's even better. And he's a very straightforward horse, and got a nice draw on Sunday. It's a small field, but a very competitive race. He's obviously up into Class 2 level. But like I said, there's a horse that he jumps good, he travels, and he gives it all. And he's got to improve, but he's done nothing wrong so far.
I know obviously you didn't ride him last time out, but I know it was only a half a length in the end, but the margin of victory probably doesn't tell the full story. I mean, he looked to win with that little bit of authority too.
Oh, for sure. Like he was on the fence, he travelled strongly. Even when James came out, he moved into the race quite nicely, and when he let him down, he's not flashy, but he gets the job done. And like I said, he's a horse that you can sort of put him anywhere in the race. He switches off, he travels, and like I said, it's up into a Class 2 level, and although it's a smallish field, it's a very competitive race, but he's entitled to take his chance.
I guess what he does have on his side, Andrea, is a good draw, a lightweight, and I mean, when the horses are on this sort of upward trajectory, they can certainly carry that forward. It won't be lost on you that the competition is strong, of course, Wunderbar, etc. in the race, but he certainly deserves his chance in this grade, and I mean, it looks like he should take the next step.
I think so. I can't see why not. Like I said, when he moved here to Sha Tin, he seems like he's even better, and with a lightweight and with a good draw, hopefully we get some luck in running. And no, it's a horse that it could be very, very competitive.
There's Andrea, Paul, talking about Swift Descend. Have you got him in the mix here?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got him in. Not on top though, but I think he'll run well. But he's got it up against some of these top horses.
You're as keen on him too, Nick?
Yeah, very much so. Look, he's a horse who David Eustace has managed to improve 25 pounds, which is no mean feat. And I think there's still something more still to give and come from this horse. And yeah, he is against better horses, but I think he's at a good chance. Yeah.
We move on. We're going to show the start of this race, and this is Wunderbar last time. So he's got the light blue colours on with the yellow cap. Just doesn't quite get over. Gorgeous Win. He doesn't get over either. And Raging Blizzard just tucks in behind. We'll see him strong in the straight, but completely different race, Nick, when the fields came out and Wunderbar had a low number next to him.
Yeah, look, I mean, from 11 to 2, there's a vast difference there, of course. And as Paul touched upon when we looked at the speed map, he's a horse who has got a high cruising speed, so he should be able to get himself into a really good spot. And here they are on turning. You can see where he is in the run there. Yellow cap, easily spot the winner. He's travelled well throughout, and in behind him you've got Gorgeous Win as well. I mean, I was very taken by the winner, Paul. I mean, there was no fluke about this. This was a strong win.
Yeah, no, really nice win from him as well. He got the perfect run, and as such, he won nicely. Gorgeous Win's going to get a lot better run, no question. He's got the inside draw, and Wunderbar, he was 3 wide all the way, so clear excuses for him. And this is a strong race. It's a really strong form race, this one.
It is indeed, as Raging Blizzard goes on to beat Gorgeous Win. So that's that replay, Paul. Just back to last weekend for this one. It is on the all-weather, but the switch back to the surface won't be a problem for Full Credit. He has been in Class 2 before also.
Yeah, he has, and look, he's drawn the outside, so he may have to work a little bit if he wants to get outside the leader, but he's in great form. He's won here on the all-weather, but he is just as good on the turf, so I'm not worried about him coming back to the turf.
No, absolutely agree, Paul. I mean, he's a very adaptable horse, and now he's proven himself a handy performer on the all-weather as well. Of course, taking a bit of time to wind up here to go and win the race, but he's done it well in the end. And look, make no bones about it, he's a good horse. He's got to a mark of 88 in a short space of time. He's a decent type.
He's one of yours. Is he in the selections?
Oh, absolutely, and yeah, I mean, he's got a big chance in this.
James Tack, Nick, he's a nice horse in his own right. This is over the 1,000 metres last time. He also won't mind the step up to 1,200. He's a 3-time course and distance winner.
Yeah, 3 from 7. I mean, look, I suppose the blot on the copybook perhaps is 0 from 3 in this grade. He has placed he's had a 3rd placing in this sort of company. So look, you obviously would find it that little bit tougher. That was last time, but that was a 65 to 90. This is an 80 to 105. I think that's worth bearing in mind, Paul. He's taken on much stronger horses, but the stable are in very good form.
Yeah, they are going well at the moment. Yeah, look, I just wonder about the class for this one. That was my little concern with him because, as you say, he hasn't managed to do it in Class 2 at this stage.
I'll ask you about a couple of other horses in this race shortly, boys, but looking at the stats of the trainer of James Tack, Paul, Benno Young, he's had a really good last 6 meetings.
He has. He's going really well. Look, his horses just took a while to start firing, but they are starting to fire now. And as you can see from those stats there with those 5 wins from the last 30 runners, he's going well. I really like Elegant Life on that page. I think he's the standout for me.
Yeah, strong chance. Obviously, James Tack, who we've spoken about. Another World did a good job last time out. Don't be put off by his winning price last time. That was a good effort, and I think he can run well again. But he's throwing plenty of darts at the board there, Benno.
He is. Multi-super, a newcomer to the stable. Hasn't trialled up too badly either. Flying Ace, Paul. Where's he at? He's dropping back into Class 2. Matthew Poon has a good record on him.
Yeah, look, he'll drop back. There's a bit of pace in this race. The likes of co-partner Prance, so not for me.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't too far off of the winner in the Hong Kong Sprint, and 5-time course and distance winner. He knows his way around.
What about co-partner Prance, Nick? As much as he has won at Sha Tin, would you prefer him still at Happy Valley at the moment?
I think so. In fact, I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, he's only been beaten once at Happy Valley. He has won here. That win was course and distance. So, he was. He's a decent type of horse, but giving the weight away as well, Paul's not going to be an easy task.
Yeah, no, not for me either. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Easy as that for those two, Paul. So they're not in, but who is going in?
Well, I think Wunderbar from Barrier 2. I mean, he's off a rating of 98. You got to where's he going to end up by the end of the season? If you think he's going to be a 100-rated horse from Barrier 2, I think he can easily win. Swift Descend, he's the newcomer, and he's the one that's in good form at the moment. Gorgeous Win's the one that's got the really good draw, so he'll get a lot better run. and then Full Credit coming back onto the turf. So ended up with 4, 9, 6, 7.
Yeah, I'm going to reverse those numbers. I'm going to go with the 9 on top, take a chance for Swift Ascend going up in grade. Obviously, it's a good competitive race, but he's a decent type of horse going forward. So we'll take him over Vonderbaard, and there's going to be a great deal between them. Look, massive respect to John's horse there. Full Credit has to go in. He's in great form, backing up again quickly. And Raging Blizzard, good strong win last time when he was able to score 9-4-7-3.
And that is the first part of Racing to Win all done. We're going to head to a break right now. We'll come back with a last run reminder, preview of a later race on the program, all the best bets, plays and long shots right after this. Yes, Bowtie Race Day is coming up on the 19th, boys. Just trying to get in the spirit of things. Kaying Rising's going to be going around, Nick.
Yes, he is. Yeah, can't wait.
And Voyage Bubble as well. So, yep, no, it should be a good race.
That is coming up on January 19. The event starts 11:30, Centenary Sprint Cup and the Stewards Cup. I believe Kaying Rising is trialling on Monday at Chung Fa too.
As far as I'm aware, yes, indeed. That's part of the plan, I think, going forward, David Hayes had mentioned. So, yeah, look, hopefully he's come out of his big win all okay, and looking forward to him next time.
Yeah, it should be good. And it's good to see these top horses come back relatively quickly as well after the international meeting.
That'll be our next Group 1 racing in Hong Kong. But we need to get back to the meeting at Sha Tin on Sunday, Paul, and we're out of the break. It's last run reminder time. What have you found for us?
Oh, I like this horse, Elegant Life. He's really sprinted off a slow pace here. He's found an easy race, I think, in race number 4. You can see him, he goes back. He'll probably go back again, and he goes all the way to the back. Now, they absolutely walked this race. It was almost 2 seconds slower than standard for the first 800 metres. And Triumph for More, of course, was entitled to sprint off the front, and he did so. But just watch this horse as he made ground. Hugh Bowman got him out into the clear here, and he finished off the race really nicely off that really slow pace. So it was a really good run for him, just the way that the race had panned out. He really stretched out nicely. He wasn't too far away as well from the place getters, as you can see, and finished off nicely there for 4th. So with a truly run race, I think he looks tough to beat, and the stable's in really good form.
As we saw before the break too, because he is a member of the Benno Young stable, and Benno with plenty of winners recently. So Elegant Life is the last run reminder for Sha Tin on Sunday. It'll be race 4, number 3. Broadwood Handicappers, race number 10. We've got Keefe on the downgrade at the top of the book. Kaholo Angel placed here last time, a wider draw for Silo. Equatorial hasn't raced since the end of October. He's been kept fit, 4 trials since then. Bundle Award gets a better draw. King of Fighters makes his Hong Kong debut. He was placed in the listed Exford Plate at Flemington prior to arriving. He is a maiden. Lopan Spirit, another wideish draw for him. New Future Folks' last start winner comes up in grade. Stella Swift, cheek pieces off, blinkers go on. Bucephalus has his first start in Hong Kong, won over the 1200 metres at the Sunshine Coast. Lightyear's Charm has the crossover noseband going on, and then we've got Packing Angel Paul, who was a big winner last time. That was in Class 4. He'll make his way into this grade for the first time.
Yeah, really good taking one from him. Now, I think the 10 will go forward, and he'll lead this race later on. He's a debutant here in Hong Kong. New Future Folks, he won't be too far away as well. He can go forward. Packing Angel, the likely favourite, he should get a lovely run just in behind. Bundle Award, he's drawn a lot better, so I think he'll be handier in the run. And Keithy looks like he's going to do it tough from barrier 9 with the pace underneath him.
Lopan Spirit's in the race. Nick did the interviews. Of course, we're going to have to hear from his jockey because it's his favourite horse, and here's Harry Bentley who takes the ride.
Harry, race 10 looks a good race on the weekend's programme. You've got Lopan Spirit. I guess let's first of all just address the fact that he's got another horrible barrier, which has been, he's sort of run of bad luck, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see his draws, I can't seem to believe that he's wide again, but it is what it is. He's got enough early speed to be able to get into a handy position, so just have to accept it, and it is what it is.
Was the couple of goes at 1600, was that sort of a bit of an experiment? Do you think maybe that could be sort of, re-explored in future, or is coming back in trip perhaps ideal for him now?
Yeah, I think we were under the impression that 16 was suitable for him, and it's certainly not going to be ruled out for the future. But he's not really been finishing his races quite as strongly as we'd like. I mean, albeit good performances, but just the last 100 metres he's just stamina potentially been waning a little bit. So bringing him back down to 14, I think is going to be really suitable. And if we can get across and not use too much fuel to do so, then he's going to be there.
Oh, he's run 4 starts ago. He ran off 68. He's off £3 lower here. That was behind winning gold. He ran 3rd. I mean, judge him on that sort of performance, then he's certainly a chance in this, isn't he?
Yeah, no question. I mean, if you take him at his best, then he's going to be a horse to contend with.
You'd like to repeat the dose as well. You and Jimmy teamed up with Huge Wave. Good to see him get another win. That horse, he was tough in a good race, wasn't he?
He was really tough. I was actually very confident going into the race. Him stepping up to a mile, I thought was always going to be very suitable, and the gap opened at the right time and he was able to take the opportunity.
And there he is, Harry Bentley. You get very excited when this horse appears in the nominations.
Oh, naturally, Mark. He did a great turn last season. But, yeah, look, no, handy horse in his day. Back in trip, I think, will suit. The draw is the concern, granted. That is the big hurdle to overcome. But if he does so, judge him on his run 4 starts ago in 3rd, I think he's a chance.
Yep, no, he just needs a bit of luck from that draw.
That is Lopan Spirit. We'll move on, Paul, to Light Years Charm, who made his Hong Kong debut. Here he trot up quite okay. A member of the David Eustace stable, and the grey is Kaholo Angel. Are you taking one or both of these?
Yeah, going to take Light Years Charm out of this. He's drawn 11, but he'll get back like he did in this particular race and finished off really strongly with natural improvement. Cross noseband will go on him as well. He looks like he's a nice recruit here in Hong Kong. Kaholo Angel, look, he mixes his racing between Happy Valley and Sha Tin. Sometimes he puts in a good one, sometimes he doesn't. It's just what you get on the day for him. This was a good one.
It was a good one, yeah, no, for sure. I didn't manage to find a spot for him, but I certainly can see that he's got a chance. I do like Light Years Charm, though, a bit like Paul. I think he's an interesting runner.
Just on Kaholo Angel, the horses that he split there, Torbian Prince has won again, and the one he beat, Huge Wave, won the last. So it's a strong form race, and Light Years Charm is a run fitter also. Here we have Silo. Nicked this at Happy Valley last time, placed behind Soleil Fighter. He drops back from the 1650.
He does. Interesting. I just wonder if maybe sort of the mile is more his trip, in fairness. He's had a couple of goes over this distance and he's managed sort of a couple of minor efforts there, finishing 4th both times. And he wasn't disgraced. He was close up behind Prestige Always and Lucy in the Sky, so form's okay. Usually there or thereabouts. Paul, not from 7 so far, but he's knocking on the door.
Yeah, barrier 12. He went forward there from a low draw, so he's going to have to go back, I think.
Wait till he gets a better gate for Silo. New future, folks, Paul. This was always going to happen at some stage. The win was going to come, and he's done it in pretty good style down in grade. He gets in here in a strongish sort of field, but he looks a nice enough horse. Can he go on with it?
I think he can. Look, he's by Savabeel, so this was his first step up in trip. He stepped up to the 1400 metres and absolutely blew them away. So I think even up to a mile for him, it's going to look really positive. I think the key we're winning was the distance, so I think he can come up into this grade and race really well.
Yeah, he wore the blinkers before this win, and they were soon dispensed with. And I think, having spoke to Ben, that he probably didn't face them as well as they would have hoped. So they came off up in trip. It all seemed to work well.
Good report for him. Patch of Cosmo. Nick has done a good job in a short career. Here he is running 5th last time. He came through the Griffin races in a couple of restricted Class 4s. He does have a 4th and a 5th to his name in Class 3. Draws out in barrier number 10 and has had a trial between runs also.
He has, yeah, 4th in that trial. Yeah, as you say, look, I think a couple of restricted Class 4 wins. He sort of scraped him both times by a short head. I mean, he won well. He beat Etlon Or and Junu Pride. So he's probably just found it that little bit tougher, probably more noticeably last time out. But, I mean, he wasn't a million miles away.
Stepping up to 14 looks the way he races is going to suit this horse for sure. Like Northern Fireball's come out of one of those races and won the other day as well. So the form's not terrible.
And the likely favourite, Paul, Packing Angel. This was huge last time. He hasn't been seen since the 8th of December, so just on a month between races it will be by the time we get to at the start time for the final race. Zach Pert and Francis Loy, lightweight, and he's beaten Legend St Paul's here.
Yeah, he's come out and won, and our 3rd horse in this race was Endeared. He's come out and won as well. Master Phoenix has probably been the disappointing one of the lot. But look, the second and third have definitely come out and won, and he looks really tough to beat. He trialled really well beforehand and didn't have much luck in a couple of runs. He's won that race, and I think he can go on with it now.
Yeah, he's a smart horse, clearly, and he might go around at very prohibitive odds, I think, in the last race, understandably so, perhaps, and one for all the Purton fans.
Speaking of smart, Nick, here is the list of number of winners in Hong Kong. Douglas White, Zac Purton, the focus at the top, but that list an embarrassment of riches.
Look, a fantastic honour roll there, really, when it comes to talent in the saddle, of course, and it's fascinating to see, obviously, both Douglas White and Zac Purton at this stage, an absolute country mile clear of Joe, who rode over 1,200, and some really big names from yesteryear as well there, Paul.
Yeah, and Carrasteton up in that list as well. So he's the one that's riding currently. Here's his rides. Obviously, they're all good chances. He's on really good runners at the moment. Circuit Jolly's had all those seconds. Carrying Radiance is a first starter. Carrying Victory hasn't had much luck in his races. We've talked about Wunderbar. Pakistan Legacy's looked okay, and Magnificent 9 downgraded, and Packing Angel should win the last.
All right, he's had a great few meetings, Zac. It's going to get better too when the record will be broken sooner rather than later. Where's Keefe at, Paul? He comes down into this grade where he does have a good record. He's never missed a top 4 spot, but he's just so inconsistent.
He's out of form. He's 135 pounds from barrier 9. He's going to be wide in the run. So I'm happy to watch him in this.
Yeah, he's extremely hard to predict nowadays. He actually got a win, didn't he, last season? But it didn't look likely for a long stage.
Just came from nowhere. That win hasn't done too much since. Trial now, Nick, of King of Fighters. He's only had the 2 trials since he's been here. He leads in this one, and he bolts, and he beats Riziki, who did make some late ground at his debut last weekend.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's had a couple of trials there. Both of them have been up at Chung Fa, and he's a 4-year-old son of street balls. Never actually won a race in Australia, but had sort of handy enough bits and pieces of form. Listed, placed.
Yeah, happy to watch on debut. We'll see how he gets on.
All right. There you go. So we'll just let him cruise down to the line, and then we'll just leave him where he is. We move on now to your selections, Paul, and with the favourite here.
Yeah, look, he's going to be very short, but he should win Packing Angel. So he's on top. New Future, folks. No, he's coming up to 1,400 metres, so he's going to give him the hardest to do. Good run from Light Years Charm on his debut in Patcha Cosmo. 13, 8, 11 and 12.
Yeah, you can take whatever short price you like about the favourite in the last. I'm going to go against him here. Low Pan Spirit for me. Far from unexpected, I would have thought, for many. Packing Angel in for second. Look, he probably is the one to beat, in fairness, and they might have to take a decent one to get past him, but he goes in. Light Years Charm in. Eye-catching last time, and New Future, folks, got the job done last start as well. So 7, 13, 11, 8.
That is race number 10. Reminder, all the races previewed on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video. Best bet, please, Paul.
Yeah, look, so we're going to go with a horse called Elegant Life. We saw it as the last run reminder. He's had the 6 starts. Hugh's been going very well on him. And Pochettino, he's going to be a big price in race number 5 on the all-weather. He had 2 months before runs last time, so he'll come on for that run. And in the race 3, a 1-2-5 QQP.
Yeah, best bet for me coming up on Sunday. Race 7 of the line, Swift Ascend up in grade. He's doing a good job at the moment. Dave Eustace with this horse, and the value I've gone. Race 2, number 10, Sunny Q. Now, he's not been the easiest to train. He's had 1 or 2 little veterinary issues, but this is his most recent trial. Certainly confirmed his well-being. It was a decent enough sort of heat, and he wasn't a million miles away. Chris So trains. He's had a few newcomers win recently as well, and they managed to hold their form very nicely indeed, and we might well get a bit of a price about this fellow on his debut, so we'll make him the value. Race 5 at the play, 1, 11 and 12 the numbers.
Super Legends. Dylan Moe gets a great ride here for Denny Shum. Comes up in grade. Barrier number 1 straight to the front, and go Mo go. The play, race 9, number 12, Storm Runner. Having his 3rd start in a short amount of time, back to 1,400, ran on well at his debut over that trip. And the play, 1, 7 and 8 in a QQP. It's diary time, and there's a few little feature races on the diary, including, Nick, the big race of the year at Happy Valley.
Biggest race of the season, this one. Looking forward to the January Cup, and the only group race run at the Valley there, Paul.
Yeah, there's always a good race, and good horses generally win it as well. We've got Danny Shum's got a good hand in it as well, Moments in Time and Helene Feeling, and Frankie Law's got a few as well.
Encountered going back there for it also.
Yeah, so we'll see how he goes. He does like the Valley.
But they'll all be chasing Flamingo Trillion.
I think so.
All right, that has been a Racing to Win. A big thanks to the boys, and thank you to you as well. We've got the 10 races coming up at Sha Tin on Sunday, and we'll see you for that opening race. The first normal start time of 1 o'clock. Bye-bye.